Oh, brocadabra, here I come. Magic carpet styling. Move like magic excellence. Proof you need reminding. Getting round and losing some. My word, she back again. You will never end the rain. We keep multiplying. Running through the evidence. There's no denying.
Hi, family. Welcome to Get the Tea on Me Royalty. It's funny because I was just laying here and I was thinking about some things. It is actually 7:07 in the morning. It is 7:07, and even that number is significant. It's 7:07. Even that number is significant because I was actually speaking to the ancestors, and one of the ancestors that I speak to is someone who passed away, who is now my supporter from the angelic realm. His name is Aaron, and then also my husband who recently passed. It's crazy, you guys, because my husband who recently passed. Um, so let's just say the husband Aaron that I said 707 and him kind of go together because he is the ancestor that was from Vallejo, and Vallejo's area code is 707. So my husband who most recently passed right now, because the one from 707 from back in the day, Vallejo, that was Aaron Perry, and he's 707. The time is 7:07, and Aaron Perry from Vallejo, after he passed away the morning of my birthday, May 5th, he's been here with me. And so Aaron Perry from Vallejo 707 found the husband who just recently passed away. He found him for me. So we knew each other in a past lifetime, and they agreed to meet me here to support me through some of my biggest transitions. And one of my transitions was to heal my bloodline, which within that transition I had to go through some obstacles and go to prison. I had to be a drug dealer. I had to do a lot of different things. And the only thing I could say I haven't done is spin around a pole. Spin around a pole or prostitute myself or anything like that. But of it all, I can say that I mean, my husband who passed away from Vallejo actually found the most recent husband who passed away. They agreed to meet me here in a past lifetime, and they agreed to meet me here because they knew that they needed to um, not only redeem themselves for things that patriarchal energy done to the matriarchal energy back in the day when they was crucifying us and changing up the Bible and our scrolls. um they have to come back and redeem themselves. So they're always here with me. Aaron and Rhinell, they're always here with me because they've got to make sure that the trip that they made to this planet, because not only did I have to meet them where they were at so that I can fulfill my destiny with them as far as raising them back up to their status, because what's happening is a lot of these men, um especially the African ones, they're passing away and getting up to those pearly gates, and they can't get in because of the way they've treated some type of African goddess down here. And that's everybody. I mean, some of these people don't even have souls, so I don't even know what happens to them. But for the ones that have that etheric connection, let me drink some of my tea. We definitely have that etheric connection. So, because we have that etheric connection, our ancestors, if they didn't complete their assignment in a past life, they have to come back. So, my husband was one of those peoples to come, and he even told me, my husband right now, the one that recently passed away in 2022, because the one Aaron from Vallejo, he passed away the morning of my birthday in 2003, which was him stamping and signifying that and symbolizing that he was here from a agreement to do this mission with me and to support me and protect me while I was going through one of my challenges, which was to heal my bloodline, because my bloodline had been through so much. Spirit was like, if you go down there to heal this bloodline, you're going to have to go through some stuff. And I was like, I could do it. And I've done it. But at the end of the day, he was there to support me through one of the toughest, parts, because, I had to go through prison. I had to go through using drugs, selling drugs, beating up the police officers, pulling out guns. I went through a whole bunch of stuff, but at the end of it all, um, he was there to support me through that portion of my journey. And then I had Rynell, the one who just recently passed away. He was one of the Star Brothers that was here to hand me back my magic. See, so some of these men, they're having to tag team, and it may happen over time. But the goal is to make sure at the end, the African goddess is put back on her throne, and she's sitting back on her seat, her God seat. And so I could say they did a good job, both of them. So they have been allowed to still have rank in the spirit realm, because that it don't matter how much rank you have down here on this planet. It's the rank that you have in the spirit realm. That's the one that's about to knock everybody over. And so yeah, so they have their rank because they found me, they did what they were supposed to do, and now they can kind of, move on. And even when they left, they had imperfections. They had imperfections. They weren't perfect, but when it came to me, yeah, they held on to that tight and they did not let go. I don't know why I'm holding this pumpkin. Um, I was just laying in my bed and spirit told me get up and speak about because I was thinking about my husband who most recently passed on March the 5th. And it's so funny because both of these guys, they passed away on the 5th. Um, Aaron from Vallejo, he passed away May 5th, which is my birthday. And right now he passed away March 5th. Both start with the M. It's just, spirit always giving me the synchronous. I have a army of ancestors surrounding me, and we have to start learning to call on our ancestors. Calling on the ancestors, speaking to them regularly. You don't want to be calling on the drunk uncle that just passed away and he was a child molester, because he got all type of stuff to fix in the spirit realm. You want to call on those who you feel you are being divinely guided to call because of the connection you had while they were either here or just something that spirit is guiding you to do. Though I was laying in my bed and spirit told me to get up and get on here and to speak about the fact that I was just sitting here talking to them too, and they're able to clearly see like the faces of people that were here before they left, and the faces of the people that because I used to tell I could say things all day to humans, but when you're behind the spirit realm, you can see what's actually going on. Like, say, for instance, I'm having conflict with someone, and spirit is, able to see behind the scenes. Spirit and the ancestors, they can see behind the scenes, like, oh, so this is what's really going on. Oh, so this is really what's happening. And it's just funny because they're supporting me so tough on the other side, because they can actually see all the envy, all the hate, all of it, and there's no reason for it. People can actually be envious of your struggle. Like, oh, she makes her struggle look easy, because you don't give up. Because even I mean, one person told me one time that I could sure take a licking and keep on ticking. Like, I'm a goddess. I'm a god. I know who I am now. I didn't understand it before, but that is what I do. I alchemize energy. I think I touch turns to gold, And so at the end of it all, but I was sitting up there talking to the ancestors, and they are just, really here. That's all I can say. They are just really here with me, for me, and I'm really appreciative, because patriarchal energy is falling, but it has basically failed, and the women are on the rise. And so not only are they're obligated to the men, the masculine energy. Not only are they obligated to support us from the other side, they're also obligated to support us from this side. And boy, when I say they got a master plan, it's like they told me don't even worry about it. They told me don't even worry about it. The plan is the plan, baby. So, and this one I want to make about honoring who you are, honoring your feelings and honoring who you are, though also applauding your growth, but basically not overlooking the things that you even have went through as a child and you have healed from those things. I used to be such a sensitive subject. I used to be such a sensitive subject because it just wasn't hard to hurt my feelings because I had been beaten down and broken so much as a little girl that I didn't understand how to process that. I remember there was times when people actually would stare at me for too long and I would get offended because it's like, why are you staring at me? But I didn't know how beautiful I was when I was growing up. I didn't know that I had a beauty that was really magnetizing from what people tell me. And so I took that as an insult, like, why are you staring at me? Like, because no one had ever given me that feeling as if I was just so beautiful or anything. And so now when I see people staring at me, the first thing I think is, that they see something that I don't see a lot of the times, and that they're seeing my inner beauty, not just what's on the outside, but my inner beauty. I've always had this inner light that shined, that always wanted to help people. My jobs were always working with the mentally and physically challenged, and working with the elderly. As I grew, even when I was in my little rough sticky points, those were kind of like my safe havens to be around people who are of innocence and of beauty and mentally and physically challenged. I always knew they weren't mentally and physically challenged, and they knew that I knew that. And so I had a good inner relationship with my all of my clients, really. At the end of the day, you guys, yeah, I definitely see I've always walked in my power, though I really didn't know my power. I didn't know how powerful I really was as a child, just because of the abuse and the certain things that I went through, narcissistic energy. Though, I'm seeing today that there's a lot of people, and I'm not talking about just young people. I'm talking about older people that are really still, vibrating off of energies and frequencies that is not compatible with this new this new level that we're on. And so I have a concern for them in that area. Though at the same time, just talk about, just walking in your purpose, walking in your purpose, knowing who you are, not allowing anyone to steer you from that, because there'll be a lot of naysayers, haters, all kinds of stuff. And you have to just keep pushing forward. You actually have to be able to laugh. You got to be able to laugh, because if you're not able to laugh, you know what I'm saying, even though something may have stung a little bit, you have to be able to, laugh about it, because champions weren't built in a day. You know what I mean? Muhammad Ali, he had to take a few punches and a few duckings and swings until he got it right. You know what I'm saying? And I float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Though, just like I said, I'm a very sensitive subject because I've had so much trauma in my childhood. And now that I've healed from all that, I'm not as sensitive as I used to be. That sensitivity used to turn out as destructive or anger. And now, when people poke in those areas, it's almost funny. It's like kind of like you're tickling me, like tickle, tickle, tickle. And I have to get over the fact that I think the biggest thing is letting people go. I think for me, it's almost as if they tell you nowadays, what I've learned in life is that you're not supposed to get attached to things. You can make connections, but don't get attached, because if you get attached, if that thing moves in this direction, then you're attached to it. You're going to move too. But if you make a connection, you can always unplug from that. And so, it's living and learning. And so, I just pray that everybody is living their best life right now, because I definitely am. Even though I'm not doing everything that I want to do, I can see it, I can feel it, I can touch it, I can taste it. All the things that are heading in my direction, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And as I said, a lot of stuff I'm not talking about, because I believe in just making sure that I keep my mouth shut, like the ancestors said. They said, "Girl, shut up." They didn't even give me a speech. They just said, "Girl, shut up. Stop being so excited to tell people stuff." And I am just, I'm good. I'm good. I'm really good. And I pray you guys are too, because at the end of the day, no matter what they say in each and every single way, I am royalty. You are royalty. We are royalty, family, and I shall see you in a minute. Ashe.
Forget that right, here I come. Magical bitch styling. Move like magic, that challenge. Proof unique reminding. Getting round and losing sharp. My word, she back again. You will never end the rain. We keep multiplying. Running through the evidence. There's no denying.